live, and today's video we are visiting Disney. We are here in front of the fire department where Walt Disney has a department, and they still keep a light on as if he's still here. Here we are arriving and missing the turn to take us to the parking structure, but that's okay. I'm sure we weren't the only ones, and we did eventually find our way to the parking structure and then to the tram that takes you to the park entrance. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, but there were so many people there, and we went on a Thursday. Out of the two parks, we decided to go to the original Disneyland park. There was a lot less people going into the California Adventure Park, which made me slightly regret that decision. The waits were probably shorter there, but oh well. Since it was my very first time going, I had to see the original park, While we are waiting to get through this line, let's talk about the history behind the happiest place on Earth. Disneyland opened on July 17, 1955, with 18 rides and attractions. After only a year of being open, 5 million people had already visited. By now, its number of visitors is close to 1 billion. Of course, like anything else, Disneyland started off as a concept originally called Mickey Mouse Park. But before I continue talking about that, I just want to make sure, in case you guys can't catch what the sign says, it says, "Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy." Back to the original concept, Mickey Mouse Park, it was on a much smaller scale, only 8 acres, and it was supposed to be on a plot of land across from the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. But then the idea grew into something bigger, something that they then titled Disneylandia, and it was going to be on a 160-acre orchard that had oranges and walnut trees. And that, of course, was located in Anaheim, where the park sits now. Eventually, they settled on Disneyland and started construction in 1954. 1 year and $17 million later, Disneyland was ready. And just to give you an idea of what $17 million back then would be worth today, that would be $184,722,379.18, people. That is a lot of money. Another reason that I also chose Disneyland to visit is that I really wanted to see the firehouse. I knew about the apartment that Disney had above the firehouse, and that they still had the light in the window and stuff, and I just really wanted to see that for myself. It would be really cool if you could actually go upstairs and take a look, but I understand it's a private thing. So I also found something else that I thought was super duper cool, and I'm going to go ahead and insert it here at this part of the video, but I found a picture of Disney on opening day. Did you also know that admission on opening day was only $1? And in today's money, that would be $11. I wish I could buy a ticket to Disney for $11. There were 5 lands when Disneyland first opened: Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, and Main Street USA. The weather was 101 degrees, and it also turns out that opening day was actually kind of a disaster.
Planet Coruscant. Sign up for a closely guided tour of the Imperial Senate and watch the Guardians of Peace and Justice in action. Then be sure to explore the skyways and byways of the Megalodon at night. Enjoy a night at the opera or party all night long in Coruscant's famous art district.
There is an gate change for Star Tours Flight 610 Starsphere service to Cushing. Flight 610 will now be departing from Gate 1B. This is a gate change number.
What is it now? Take it technical with me for professional. The fuel
Oh, pues con el flash. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you guys a cliffhanger there, but I just wanted you guys to be able to hear the original audio for those segments of the video. But anyway, so why it was a disaster? More than half of the 28,000 people that were there, quote unquote, invited themselves to what was actually supposed to be like a preview event. And the way they did this was by forging tickets or, you know, just a good old jump in the fence. ¿Qué tal, Iván? ¿Qué te parece?
Torero.
Dile hi a la familia.
Hi.
But wait, there's more. Due to a plumber's strike, Disney had to choose between having working toilets or drinking fountains. He, of course, thankfully chose the toilets. But some people thought that this was on purpose to get people to buy drinks. I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather have access to toilets in a public place than a drinking fountain because, you know, you can just buy drinks. Traffic was also terrible. Shocker there. So celebrities like Frank Sinatra and Debbie Reynolds were late for their appearances. And then to top it all off, a gas leak forced them to shut down 3 of the 5 lands only hours after opening. But you know what? None of this got Walt Disney down, and he still delivered his official dedication. Here's a picture of him actually giving his speech. And in his speech he said, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world." Walt made sure to make adjustments and continue to better the park. And the park has just been groundbreaking and innovating ever since. By 1957, 10 million people had visited. 1959, the Mattenhorn Bobsled ride became the first tubular steel coaster ever built, and its design still influences the design of modern roller coasters. 1963, the Enchanted Tiki Room was the first to use new audio animatronics technology and have 3-dimensional birds, flowers, and tiki gods perform a live show. I mean, I could go on forever talking about how amazing Disneyland is and how many cool things they've created before anybody else. But I have to say, my favorite rides were all of the Star Wars rides. Top tier. Amazing. Woo! We're in Autotopia, and Ivan is trying to drive, but it's not taking turns all that well, so I'm not gonna lie. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next Friday for part 2, and I'll see you guys next week.